Well, that new research shows noticeable changes in the brains of high school football players, even those who played as little as one season and did not suffer a concussion. Doctors in North Carolina studied 24 high school athletes and suggest a series of small successive hits to the head can result in changes to the brain, even if the hits aren't severe enough to diagnose a concussion. Researchers say more studies are necessary, though, to determine the long-term consequences of playing football. Although football season is over here, it's not the only sport of concern. Many local schools have adopted a computerized program that helps doctors and athletic trainers better evaluate and treat head injuries like concussions for athletes in several different sports. News 8's Keely Arthur joins us now with more.
The program acts very much like a video game, but while it looks fun, school officials and doctors say it can make all the difference in determining if a student athlete is ready to get back on the field after suffering a head injury. For most high school football players, winning is everything. For Logan Activities Director Steve Hull, head injury safety is.
For years we've worried about sprained ankles and pulled muscles and so on and so forth, but we haven't really considered brain injuries. That to me seems a little backwards.
To make sure no athlete gets back on the field before completely recovering from a concussion, schools like Logan and Holman use a tool called Impact that tests mental ability before and after an injury.
Basically what it does is it takes you through a series of computerized tests. We're able to get a baseline score, and then if an athlete does sustain a concussion during the season, we're able to have them retake the test, and then we can compare their scores.
Athletes are tested on memory and reaction time, among other things.
The cognitive part is one of the slowest to come back after sustaining a concussion. So the impact test can help us deem that their cognitive post-test has come back to their baseline test.
The test can help prevent further injury by catching things that might have gone unnoticed.
A lot of times 2-3 days later you won't have any symptoms, but you take that post-test and there really are some things going on there, so it picks up those things that weren't detected before.
Hull says the impact test gives him peace of mind that he isn't sending any student out on the field without being 100%.
You know that term, they had their bell rung. Well, that doesn't exist anymore. Now, if you have your bell rung, you're going to sit. You're not going to play because you have, how it might be minor, might not be minor, but you know the danger there. And so we, if anything, I think we're overcautious. You know, if there is such a thing in that regard.
Not just football players use the test. Basketball, soccer, and volleyball players are all required to take the test before their season as well.
Thanks a lot, Keely. The impact test is used by many high schools in the area, including La Crosse Central, Onalaska, Aquinas, West Salem, Sparta, and Toma.